So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are doing Chapter 6, Lesson 1, and it is on translations. Students will be able to graph and identify translations on a coordinate plane. Here are your standards that we are using. Make sure to write down absolutely everything that is in this video, everything that is typed or written, and make sure that you pause this video at any time that you need to take a break or catch up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. It says translate triangle, GHI, that's this one unit to the left and 5 units down. When it's already drawn here on your coordinate plane, it's easier, in my opinion, to take the coordinates and draw them into their new spots. And then if it asks you to rewrite the coordinates, then once you have it in its new spot, rewriting them out to the side, okay? Here's what I'm going to do in order to help myself out. I'm going to color each one of these points a different color. This helps you not to get confused with which point goes where, okay? Do a yellow, green. Alrighty. So, it says to move 1 unit left and 5 units down. So I'm going to take the G and I'm going to move it 1 to the left, it's this way, and then 5 down. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the G is new spot is there. I'm going to also move the H 1 to the left and 5 down. So 1 to the left would go here, and then 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is H's new spot. Oops. Okay, and then I, 1 to the left, and then 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and here is a translation. We moved the triangle. The triangle stayed the same exact size. It didn't turn around at all. It didn't flip-flop. Okay, it's like moving a piece if you're in a video game and we're moving it over and down. It's the same piece. We didn't change it at all. We just scooted it to the left and scooted it down. Sometimes I think of translations as moving the furniture around in your house. Okay, so if you're wanting to move your bed somewhere, just scooting it over to the left or moving it down to the middle of your room. Or scooting your couch to the middle of the wall instead of where it was at. Translations, we want to really think about the word slide, okay? So that is going to be a big word that we need to remember when it comes to translations, is the word slide. So think about sliding that furniture around the room, or sliding the triangles across the page. Okay, so here we are translating this LMNO, this rectangle, 4 units right and 3 units up. Again, I'm going to color them all different colors. Some of you may not need this, but at the same time, it's easy to confuse one dot with another. Excuse me, when we are moving them around the page. I'm going to change the purple dot to a green one. Okay, so I'm going to move M 4 to the right and 3 units up. So 4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 units up, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to move N 4 to the right and 3 up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, that was M, and this is N. And then O, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. And our last one is L, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So if you needed to come up with the new coordinates for these different points that you've just created, you could. You just need to find the point on your coordinate grid and then write the ordered pair of the point that it's now at. Okay, so for this problem, let's scoop me up just a little bit. Okay, so for this problem, it wants you to take RST, which is this triangle, okay, and here are vertices for the triangle, and it wants you to find the new triangle after the translation, and then it wants you to graph the figure and its translated image. We're not going to actually graph the figure. We're just going to get the new coordinates so that we could graph it if we needed to or wanted to. So our vertices are, for R, we've got 3, 2. For S, we've got 4, -2. And for T, we've got 1, -1. Okay, so we want to add a -5 to the x. What that means is that we need to move the x 5 to the left. When we move to the left, we have to move negative, right? So we are adding -5 to it, or you can also think about this as subtracting 5. So if we're moving left, we're subtracting 5. If we're moving up, we're adding. If we're moving down, we're subtracting. And if we're moving right, we're adding. So we're moving left and up. So for the x, we are subtracting 5 or adding a -5. And for the y, we are moving 1 unit up. So we are moving up 1, so we are adding 1. So to the 3, we are subtracting 5 or adding a -5. So 3 minus 5 gives us -2. That is our new x coordinate. We still need our y coordinate, and our y was 2, but we need to add 1 to it, so now it is 3. For our x, and this may be harder to see, so these are our x coordinates. And our x coordinates, we are subtracting 5 from them. So 4 minus 5, 1 minus 5. 4 minus 5 gives us a -1, so that's our new x coordinate there. And 1 minus 5 gives us a -4, so that's our new x coordinate there. Okay, so for our y, we are adding 1, so we've got -2, but we need to add 1, so now we are at -1. We are at -1, and we are adding 1, so now we are at 0. So our new coordinates for R, S, and T, and they've got these little the name escapes me right now, but this little mark after them, okay, and that's just letting you know that these are our new triangle, RST, and not our old triangle, RST. So these are the coordinates or the ordered pairs for our new triangle, RST. Okay. Now we've got the same original numbers. And just for the record, you don't have to write this whole sentence down. Writing the table down is what's important. Okay, but we've got a new translation. We're moving it 3 units to the left, so we're subtracting 3 for the x's. And we're moving 2 units down, so we're subtracting 2 from the y's. I put subtracting 1 right here. This is supposed to be a 2. Excuse me. All right, so we've got 3, and we're subtracting 3. So that's going to give us our new x coordinate, which is going to be 0. And for our y's, we've got 2, and we're subtracting 2. So we've got our new coordinate. It's going to be 0 as well. So 3 minus 3 gives us 0, and 2 minus 2 gives us 0. So for our 4, we need to say 4 minus 3. And 4 minus 3 gives us 1. And then -2 minus 2 gives us a -4. Put our commas in the middle here. All right, and then we have 1 minus 3. And our 1 minus 3 gives us a -2. And negative 1 minus 2 gives us a negative 3. Okay, so these are our new R, S, T. All right, we're going to do one more problem and then that'll be it. Okay, so it wants us to graph this triangle. It's got the vertices negative 4, 5. So we're going to go over to negative 4, up to 5. This is X. Y is going to be at negative 1, positive 3. And Z is at negative 2, 0. So this is our triangle. Okay, so now it wants us to translate this triangle to go 5 units down. You can write the coordinates over here and do just what we did. You're just going to be subtracting 5 from the y because we're moving down. All right, so our x, we're just going to move down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our new x. Our z, we want to move 5 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our new z. And our y, we move 5 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here is our new y. So here is our triangle. It's the same exact triangle. It is just, with my awful drawing here. Okay, it's the same exact triangle. It is just in a new spot. We just slid it down. Okay, so when you slide, that is a translation. You could have done one of two ways. You could have found the vertices first and then graphed it, or you can graph it and then find the vertices here. So if you needed to find the new vertices for x, it is negative 4, 0. Okay, the new y is negative 1, negative 2. And the new z is negative 2, negative 5. All right, and that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.